Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I want to help you out if you're trying to build an online business and you're kind of a beginner and you're not really sure exactly how to get to your target income with this and not really sure how to grow it. So these are my 10 online business tips for beginners that you absolutely have to know to ever be successful, to ever get the results you want to get online. So I'm going to structure this video actually a little bit different than how I usually do. I'm going to give you more of a whiteboard style so I can give you more notes and show you some visuals and examples as we go so that you can keep track and hopefully learn the information even better than usual. So let me know what you think about this type of video using the kind of whiteboard concept, and I hope you get a lot from it. So number one is you need to be writing your goals down. You need to always be keeping track of your goals, okay? And your goals, your list of goals, are what is going to keep you on track all the time, okay? So write your goals, and you're going to have 4 different sheets of goals, okay? So if you want to do this on a spreadsheet, that's great. If you want to do this on a piece of paper, that's great too. I recommend using a spreadsheet, which would be like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, because this way you can make 4 pages instead of having a separate spreadsheet or a separate piece of paper for each set of goals, okay? So you're going to have a yearly goals sheet. You're going to have monthly. You're going to have weekly. And then you're going to have daily. So this will help you keep track of what you need to accomplish. It'll keep you focused on the next thing on the list. It'll help you check off the things you've done. It'll help you keep track of what you were doing each week, day, month, and year. Show you how you're productive, how productive you were. It'll show you a list of checked off items that you can go back and look at and say, hey, okay, why was I more productive in this month than the other month? Why did I get more done this day than other days? Then you can kind of figure out your habits those days, what helped you be more productive, and things like that. So keep a yearly, monthly, and weekly list of your goals that you can check off as you go. So another thing is with your daily goals, you want to list them and you want to prioritize them, okay? So let's say one thing you want to do is do a blog post today. So next you might want to promote that post. And then you might want to say work on your autoresponder, which of course is your emails that help you follow up with your leads. So let's say those are the 3 main tasks you want to do today. So a great way for you to prioritize and not get too scatterbrained about what you need to do to keep you on track, keep you productive, and keep you just going through one thing at a time, checking them off, is to list these in terms of importance, okay? So whether it's A, let's say your autoresponder is more important, B, and C, okay? Or you can do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that just gives you a specific order to follow, so you're not just picking things off. Because see, what will happen is if you don't list them in order of importance, you'll end up starting off doing the easy tasks that are in your comfort zone. And then you'll end up doing a bunch of minor things like cleaning your desk and organizing your email and stuff like that, instead of actually doing the things that will get you money, get you traffic, get you sales. So you need to prioritize in terms of what will make the biggest impact, and then do that stuff first. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you go, and then it'll really help you get a lot more done. Okay, so next you want to number 2, you want to do content marketing. And content marketing is extremely important because not only is it very effective as far as your return on investment, but it kind of shapes how people look at your brand. It shows how they view you, what your first impression is, things like that. Okay, ads can cost you a lot of money. Okay, so you want to probably minimize those, especially when you're starting out, because advertising can be very tricky and you can lose a lot of money doing it. So content is like videos, it is blogs, blog posts, articles, whatever you want to call it, audios, and social media, things like that. Okay, so it's content. It's something you're posting. It's you want it to be original stuff that can kind of brand you and help people and show you that you know what you're talking about, your business is legit, and you can actually help them by giving them value through these things. Okay, and then you want to obviously pick what you're best at and things like that, and we'll cover that in a minute. But content marketing in the long run, I think, is a lot more essential to your business than advertising, because advertising, you have a lot of competition, it costs a lot of money, and there's been countless brands that have made a living off of just content marketing without even wasting a lot of money on ads. So focus on that for your traffic, because you know you're going to need a lot of it, but it'll help you create a better brand that more people know about. Okay, and then number 3 is you want to collect emails. Alright, if you don't collect emails, here's what's going to happen. They're going to go to your sales page, they're going to leave your site, and there's a good chance they won't come back. Actually, the vast majority of people don't go back to a site after visiting it once. So in other words, instead of having the person go from your blog straight to the sales page, you want them to go and opt in and put in their email in exchange for something free, like what we call lead magnet. So you might give a free ebook, you might give a free report, but obviously you don't want to make them pay for it. And if you do, I mean, make it like $1 or $5 or less, but most of the time it works best to give them something free in exchange for their email, and then you can send them to the sales page. But very few people will ever buy the first time they see something. They need to see something about 7 times before they will make a buying decision. Okay, just keep that in mind as you go, and it'll help you realize that autoresponders are very important, that collecting emails is very important, and if you need to set up one, you haven't done that already, I would recommend Aweber Get Response, or maybe MailChimp. So I would pick one of those three if you're kind of beginning your list building and you want to get the most for your money while still having plenty of features to actually help you. So I would pick one of those three for your autoresponder. Don't send people straight to the sales page. That's definitely not what you want to do. Okay, you want to send people straight to an email, a place where they can opt in first, and then you collect their information. You can send them blog posts, you can send them offers, and you create more value for each customer long term. So number 4 is you want to make sure and educate yourself daily. So number 4, education. You need to be boosting your edge against the competition every single day. You need to be learning from the best in the business every single day. You need to be finding new strategies every single day. At least 30 minutes a day. Okay? Because if you don't do this on a daily basis, you're going to hit a plateau. You're going to have a hard time getting over the hump. You're going to really struggle to keep making progress if you're not constantly educating yourself on the latest trends, the latest strategies, what successful people are doing, how to create a better mental state for yourself to where you're more productive and you're thinking about problems in a different way so you can solve them, so you can be more creative. You need to be doing these things through, you can do it through books. Ty Lopez is someone who makes a lot of money through real estate investing, things like that. He reads a book a day. So I would recommend looking at his TED Talk on why he reads a book a day, but that's for another time. You can do, and that's also digital or paperback or hardback, whatever it is that you like to read, however you like to read it, you can do that. Just make sure you're always educating yourself. Now, books, you can do audiobooks, you can do audios, like podcasts, audiobooks, etc. You might watch like the Tim Ferriss Show podcast. You might watch Entrepreneur on Fire, or not watch, but listen to those podcasts. You can also do videos like, say, TED Talks. You can do documentaries. Things like that can all teach you a lot. And you need to do that 30 minutes a day just to continue to learn from people that are successful so you can think like them, and so you can be creative like them, and so you can take your business to a new level. Number 5, you need to focus on one kind of content when you're starting out. Okay, so you're not going to be able to just build an empire overnight. You're going to have to start somewhere. So focus on very few things when you're starting out. You need to be very specific with what you're going to do. And if you're going to do this for the long haul, you need to find what you're either best at or what you enjoy the most. So focus on one kind of content. So when I mentioned content earlier in the video, you probably remember that it's videos. So you might do a YouTube channel, or audios, which would be like a podcast, or a blog, which of course is when you're more into writing and things like that. So also there's social media, which is also very effective if you do it right. So just focus on one type for your traffic right now. I would recommend starting a YouTube channel or doing a blog because you have more control over what's happening. Videos and blogs you can rank using SEO to create content that will get you customers for a long period of time, whereas with social media you constantly have to be cranking out new content because one post won't last but maybe a couple hours, and then you'll need to create something else. And then audios, it's just hard to get people to do anything through audios, although you have some podcasts that are pretty successful. But I would recommend doing a blog or a video channel. But focus on the one that you like best, whatever of these four it is, and that will help you stick with it. That'll help you make it more successful because you don't dread working on it, or you're just having trouble because you're just naturally not gifted at it. Number 6 is you need to reinvest into automation. Okay, so as you start making money, you need to reinvest in a few things. I'm not going to cover everything you should reinvest in because, when you're starting out, I don't want to overwhelm you, but you need to reinvest into automation, whether it's technology, software, tools, services, freelancing. You probably don't want to get into employees yet, but automation is what's going to help take you out of the equation when it comes to tedious tasks that just eat up your time, and it'll help you scale better. So it helps you scale up. It can save you money. Actually, you might have to spend a little bit, but in the end it'll save you money and it'll help you scale up faster. Okay, so you want to do software. I would go with technology first if possible, just because when you don't have to worry about other people and whether or not they'll follow through and get done what they're supposed to get done, it's a lot easier on you. So you can try software, freelancers, I wouldn't worry about employees, but there are other tools and things like that, tools and services. So for instance, if you don't have an autoresponder yet, but you might be collecting emails, so you might get like GetResponse or something your first month after you've kind of become a little bit profitable and you want to reinvest into automation. You can automatically send emails out of blog post updates or sales pitches, things like that, through an autoresponder. Another thing you can do is you can automatically have your posts shared on social media, so that's one thing less to do after you've published it. You can hire freelancers to do your graphic design for you. You can hire them to do your web design for you, to edit your website, so you don't have to screw around with that for hours and hours. There's a lot of great things that come with automation. It frees up your time and allows you to spend more time on things that really matter. So just reinvest into automation, and I would say about 10% of what you make. Now you can obviously invest more, but you're going to have other costs that come up. So 10% of what you make should go into automation, and then that'll really take you to a new level. Number 7, you need to use the 80-20 rule. Now this is going to help you be very productive and waste a lot less time if you do it correctly. Okay, the 80-20 rule, you might have heard it from Brian Tracy, who's a big productivity and personal development strategist. You might have heard it from Tim Ferriss, who's also a big kind of life hacker, lifestyle designer. He wrote the 4-Hour Work Week and things like that. The 80-20 rule basically says that you 80% of your results come from 20% of tasks. So if you have, let's say you have 5 tasks, okay, one of those is going to get the same amount, one of those is going to get 80% of your results. The other 4 probably aren't even that important, okay? So if you have 10 tasks, you know, two of those are probably going to be super important that you need to get done right away, that really contribute to your results. And then the other 8 are probably kind of meaningless, and you can actually outsource them. That's one of the reasons I tell you to invest in automation, is because you want to automate the things that waste your time that still have to be done. Okay, so automate the other 80, or just don't do them at all, or eliminate. So automate or eliminate. This will help you just focus on what works and not waste time on what doesn't. Okay, so just use the 80-20 rule. 20% of what you're doing gets 80% of your results. Go back and look at the numbers and figure out, okay, do I really need to be doing this? Do I really need to be doing that? How can I scale up by only using my time in the most valuable way possible? Okay, so number 8 is you need to build offers for your audience and not the other way around. So in other words, you need to build offers for your audience. Don't build an audience for your offers. So build your audience first. Okay, so your audience is going to be very interested in certain types of things. Everybody has a different audience. Everybody's business attracts a different group of people. Although many of them are similar and seem to be in the same industry, they're going to be different types of personalities and things like that. Different types of age groups, different types of maybe ethnicity, maybe from different parts of the world. So your audience is still going to have different tendencies than others. So your unique audience is going to be interested in certain products that others won't be. So don't try to build a product. Don't build a product and then get the audience. Don't build the product first. Because if you do this, what are you going to do if you can't find an audience? Or what are you going to do if your audience is too small? What are you going to do if you can't get anybody to actually like your product? You can't get anybody to even try it. What are you going to do if you spend months or even years developing a product that doesn't sell? It's going to be a waste of your time. It's going to be a huge waste of money, and it could make you end up having to go back and flip burgers at McDonald's or something. So you need to build the audience first and then ask them what they want, or figure out based on analytics what they want. What does your audience want? Surely they have some kind of needs. So, and if you have a big audience, they're going to trust you. So they'll be willing to look at pretty much whatever you put in front of them if they trust you and you have a big enough audience. So just think about those things. Build your audience first. Don't try to create a bunch of products first and then find an audience, and you'll be much better off. Okay, number 9, you need to stand out. You need to specialize. You need to be different in some way. You can't just be a copycat. Now you can model after people, model success, but be different. But be unique. That would be a better way to put it. But be unique. Okay, so if you don't stand out, why would they come to a new brand that's just trying to copy a more established brand? It doesn't make any sense. So you need to stand out. You need to be different. You need to be a specialist. Um, a, if you can specialize, that's the best way to get started, and then you can branch out after you've built a name for yourself. So specialize and then branch out later. If you do that, you'll be much better off, you'll be much more successful, and you won't have to have near as much competition with the big boys, okay? So just keep that in mind, and always try to keep your business unique. And then last but not least, number 10, watch your analytics as much as you can. Okay, analytics are extremely important, and I didn't understand this when I started out, and it really hurt me in the long run. I could have made so much more progress and become successful so much faster if I had just paid attention to the numbers. Okay, the numbers are everything. Alright, as nerdy as that sounds, it really is true when it comes to marketing, when it comes to building a business. Numbers are everything, and people are starting to really figure this out. I mean, analytics people coming out of college are some of the most in-demand people right now, and it's because if you understand numbers, if you have advanced analytics, you can figure out what's working, what's not, eliminate what's not, and get the best parts out of your business and build on those. Okay, so numbers are everything. Watch your analytics. Use Google Analytics if you have a blog. You know, if you have a YouTube channel, use YouTube's analytics. Whatever you have to do, just make sure that you pay attention to the numbers and that the numbers are very advanced. Okay, if you need to scale up your analytics and get more in depth analytics later on, you can go to kissmetrics.com and try their service out. It's a little bit of a premium service. It's going to cost you a little bit, but they're going to give you some of the greatest analytics you can get on the internet, and it really helps you out. Okay, so if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned what you really need to know to build a business on the internet as a beginner and kind of get your feet on the ground and get started, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can bring you more great videos like this. And don't forget to let me know what you thought about this format for the video. Of course, it's a work in progress. It'll obviously be more refined as we do more of these, but let me know overall what you feel about the whiteboard style of video. If it helps you by getting more notes, if it helps you to see more visuals and breakdowns, or whether you would like to see a different type of video. You can let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you have something you'd like to add to this video, or if you just want to let me know what you thought, you can let me know in the comments as well. If you want to contact me directly or get more in-depth resources, content and things like that, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.